The season just ended and we're already in all the trade talks, and amidst all of this are the Lakers. And it makes sense, the Lakers have 8 open roster spots. Now one of those is going to be Anthony Davis resigning, but this leaves a lot of spots to fill with a lot of players that have higher value. Rondo's a free agent, Howard's a free agent, and those two definitely up their values. Even KCP's a free agent, and there's a love-hate relationship. There's uncertainty in the air, and all of a sudden, now there's talks of Chris Paul wanting to play in LA. Really though, the Lakers only need to do one thing, so let's break all this down. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. We're so close to 500k, so I'm gonna be doing a PlayStation 5 giveaway. Yeah. All you gotta do is subscribe, turn on notifications, and for more entries, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is the first of many giveaways for celebrating 500k. So the Lakers won the championship, and as I've said before, they had their own unique style that broke the mold of three-point shooting. The Lakers were a menace on the inside. Would they shoot a lot of threes? Yeah, and miss a lot of them in the finals. Danny Green. Try! But it was a result of teams trying to stop the inside attack. 42.2% of the Lakers' points in the playoffs came from inside the paint, the most in the league. And that should generally stay the same if you have LeBron and Anthony Davis on the team. They were a big team last year, so the Lakers have some sort of existing identity. Now, they have the choice whether to continue with that identity or go in a new direction with the pieces they get. With the West looking like it's going to get better, the Nuggets are young and continue to improve, the Warriors are coming back with vengeance, and the Clippers really just need a point guard, maybe Pandemic P to go away. But since the Lakers are the best at what they do, better than anyone else, stick with it. Stick with the identity, and their moves should reflect that. Speaking of making moves, Black Friday is around the corner, and I found an easy way to earn cash and gift cards. YouGov. Take online surveys to earn points and get cash rewards. It's free to join, and you get bonus points for completing your first survey. Even share your opinions on basketball. Yeah, it's so simple, I use it. Just swipe to start making cash, so sign up with the link in the descriptions. They have a large variety of gift cards like Amazon and GameStop. Helps the channel out a lot, and thanks to YouGov for making this video possible. This free agent class really doesn't have that many stars, but has a lot of good role players, so the Lakers should try to maneuver in the space. The Lakers roster are mainly veterans. LeBron is 35, but he continues to defy Father Time. And even if LeBron begins to slowly decline, it is reasonable to think that Anthony Davis should continue to improve. AD is only 27 years old, and so let's just say he covers up for any decline LeBron has. This isn't exactly a science, but the main reason I'm saying is because I kind of want to take these two stars out of the equation and evaluate the rest of the roster. So Dwight Howard and Rondo, who are free agents, are almost 35. Danny Green is 33 and didn't help his value at all. The youngest piece they have is Horton Tucker, who is 20, and then it goes to Kuzma at 25, Caruso is 26, and then it goes into the 30s when you talk about rotational pieces and players who actually play minutes. This isn't necessarily bad, but at the same time, you have to consider how good players heading into 35, into year 15 and 16 into the league will be. There's players like LeBron, and then there are players like Jared Dudley.
That is blasphemous!
Talking about more free agents, KCP and Avery Bradley also make that list, meaning the Lakers' guard depth also just got crushed. Anthony Davis not signing the extension also ruins the Lakers' plan of trying to go after free agents next year, and then sign AD over the cap using his bird rights. They really trying to go after Giannis, which, please don't. Just, please don't, Giannis. Like, you don't want to be seen as a villain. I'm a Lakers fan, but that ain't it. Now, let's talk about Chris Paul. Chris Paul to the Lakers seems like one of those far out there possibilities, a trade rumor. The Lakers will have to give up a good amount, somewhere along the lines of Kuzma, Caruso, Danny Green, 1 or 2 other players, and 1 to 2 first-round picks. Now, the Lakers don't have any cap space to absorb CP3's large contract of $41 million. They have to somehow make these salaries match within a $9 million range. Now, is CP3 worth it? It goes back to the question of what the Lakers want to do. LeBron was the point guard. The Lakers had a huge lineup, but of course, if the Lakers ran with Rondo, they could easily run with CP3. But also know the injury history that comes with Chris Paul, specifically in the playoffs. The hamstring that bothered him for years in the Clippers made him miss a series against the Rockets, and also missing games 6 and 7 against the Warriors when the Rockets were up 3-2. Shit went south real quick, man. there's a bunch of other injuries like his shoulder and his knee. Getting Chris Paul also means that the Lakers forfeit any real chance of getting Giannis next season because CP3 will most likely opt in to his $40 million player option. Thank the Rockets on that one. I like you, CP3, but damn, you finessed the Rockets. The Lakers won't really have tied assets at that point, at least probably besides Anthony Davis. And since the Bucks have decided they don't want to trade Giannis no matter what, he's becoming a free agent at some point. Giving up that many pieces for one creates more dependency and means that one piece really has to be available. Getting Chris Paul pretty much decimates the entire team and leaves them with no room for anything else, no new free agents other than signing the players for the minimum. It's the strategy the Lakers were trying to do last year with Kawhi. This commercial didn't age well. The only reason why this is even in consideration is because Chris's impact is undeniable. The Rockets were on the verge of defeating the Warriors in 2018 with Chris Paul, and Chris Paul fit the role of being a second fiddle to James Harden. The James Harden that had the most isolations in NBA history, that held onto the ball the most, and CP3 fit in. The Lakers need a reliable third option, and Chris Paul fits that. He also led the Thunder's team to playoffs through leadership and clutch play, and they almost beat the Rockets. He has the highest plus-minus of any player to never make the conference finals. And the Lakers don't have to necessarily sacrifice size either. LeBron was the point guard, which allowed this big lineup, but at the same time, the Lakers used Rondo in the clutch with LeBron and AD. And if a floor general point guard was able to do his thing with LeBron on the floor, so should Chris Paul as a third option. There can be bigger lineups with Bron at point guard and smaller lineups with CP3 at point guard. And then we're talking about the pick and roll potential between Paul and AD. Yeah, that's scary. Even Paul and LeBron, the IQ is through the roof. Also defensively, the Lakers add a smart defensive guard. Chris Paul has led the league in steals multiple times, and this can be useful against the Warriors, but also allows LeBron to choose to be a lockdown defender against other bigger players. You basically have Chris Paul and maybe Avery Bradley in the backcourt, and that's looking nice. Just another look, another option. But then you also have to consider the locker room personalities. Chris Paul is unapologetic. He's going to speak his mind and push teammates. Not every teammate responds well to that. And it would be an interesting dynamic with LeBron, but with LeBron being good friends with CP, you would think it works out. On the Thunder, it worked out well, but here CP3 would be a leader, not the leader. Signing Chris Paul also means literally signing a bunch of players for the minimum to fill the roster, which would really limit their options. This would mean the Lakers really relying on the big three and veterans that would want to play for less to chase a ring. The Lakers could also go a whole nother route and look through free agency, try to re-sign key pieces like Rondo, Howard, Bradley, and even KCP, and then go out and find players that bang, players that are smart. There are players they can use their mid-level exception to get. Mo Harkless, possibly Serge Ibaka. There aren't star players in this free agency, but there are a lot of solid role pieces that fit the Lakers' identity. Honestly, there's a lot of quality role players that are big men like Aaron Baines, DeMarcus Cousins, and Nerlens Noel. There are plenty of wings like Carmelo. Okay, mixed feelings for a lot of people on him. Alec Burks, Derrick Jones Jr. There's a lot that could add on to the current Lakers squad or even replace certain pieces that just weren't it. The Lakers should re-sign the valuable pieces they have, keep the team together, and then add one or two solid role players with their mid-level exception of $9 million, or replace some of the players that just didn't work out. Yes, the Lakers could try to get Chris Paul, and he's probably a great addition, nothing against him. But if the Lakers have to sacrifice all these role players as a result, then they lose part of their identity that made them so dominant. It would shake up the entire team, and that's not new LeBron James-led teams, but it just doesn't fit what they're trying to do. Now, this is LA, big names are part of the program, and so maybe getting Chris Paul is in the cards, especially because you might want to keep him away from competitors like the Clippers, or maybe the Heat, Bucks, but the Lakers need to do one thing, and that's stick with their identity. They don't need to shift their identity for players, they need to find players that fit this identity with LeBron AD. And they already found some really solid ones. Cause fit, that's extremely important. Shout out to my boy in day one, Armand, for being first. Man, it's crazy that I first so many times because you've literally been in some of my videos. Streaming tonight, maybe, hopefully. If you like the vid, hit the like button, helps out. Remember the PS5 giveaway, more giveaways coming through. Subscribe if you're new or you've been watching for a minute. It's your boy MJ. We out and we vibing.
I got all the patience, so let's get high, let's get wasted. Okay, just just hop in my spaceship, no, no. Okay, just hop